So hi, I'm Rakhesh Martyn. I'm originally from Sri Lanka. I lived in the UK for 12 years and I live here in Melbourne now. I've been here for about 2 years. I used to be in a musical comedy duo when I was at university. It was me playing bass and singing and my guitarist. And then when he left, all I had left was my voice. So I decided I would start just doing straight stand-up. Yeah, it's very hard to prepare yourself for walking out on stage and seeing so many people if it's never happened before. I feel pretty excited, but also a little bit apprehensive. I just want it to happen, I want to be out there and see everyone.
Please welcome Rakhesh Martyn!
Yeah, brown guy on the stage, sha-la-la-la-la, everybody! No, don't sing that, it's terrible. Not even the right lyrics. Yeah. I'm a foreign, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a foreign, but you don't have to worry about me. I am legit. I am points-based. The best kind of immigrant. Do you guys know what points-based immigration is? Okay, a lot of confused faces in here. I'll just tell you very quickly. Points-based immigration is just this system that Australia has established to make sure that the people who come here from abroad are able to add value in the right way, right? So there's the usual stuff. You need to speak good English, you need to have a qualification that the country wants, and most importantly, you need to know what points-based immigration is. So based on this evidence, most of you can probably get the fuck out. Let some proper ones in here. Points-based immigration is actually the only option I had because I can't swim, you see. And we all know you can't rely on the boat to get you all the way to land. So I just got a tertiary qualification instead. Bachelor of Engineering, here I am. It's pretty weird not being able to swim, right? Because I'm from Sri Lanka, a small island, you kind of think being able to swim is a necessary skill. But I was never sent to lessons as a child. And I've been putting it off for years, right? And I'm 31 years old now. I decided now is the time to make a change. So I signed up for lessons at the beginning of this year, and I've been going ever since, and it has been going very badly. Because the instructor had to start from the very beginning with me. She had to teach me how to float. Because I can't even float. You think a big brown thing in the water would float pretty well? Not this guy. I'll get there eventually though, and I'll be so good you won't be able to flush me away no matter how hard you try. I will leave on my terms. It's great living in Australia, living in the West in general. I've been living in the West for about 14 years, and by far my favorite thing about living in Western countries is your fixation with quiz shows. Because there's loads of quiz shows on TV, I don't know if you've noticed. Now the good thing about being a brown guy who speaks good English and has many hobbies is if you audition, you are in. So I auditioned for and went on The Chase. Have you guys heard of The Chase? Yeah, of course you have. It's a bloody great show. I went on The Chase, and unfortunately I didn't win any money. But what I also learned that day is that I don't really have a face for television. Because I look like this. I was going to say, can you see that from the back? But there's no danger, is there? You know they say the camera adds 10 pounds, right? Guess where they all went? Straight to the old noggin, that's where. You may be thinking, oh, there's lots of humorous things I can say about that, but don't worry, because Twitter beat you to it. So the people on Twitter just decided to go absolutely mental, right? I wasn't actually watching this live, because obviously I knew the result, and I was at the gym trying to get jacked so I could take attention away from my massive head. But friends of mine were screenshotting the tweets and sending them to me, because they obviously thought it's important that he sees this. And it started out pretty light. Don't worry if you can't read this, I'll read it out for you. It started out with, "This boy on The Chase has a head like a genetically modified coconut." Which is a cracking coconut reference as well. Because for a brown guy, I am pretty white inside. This next one down is probably my favorite. Diglett himself is on The Chase. Now, it sounds like we've got a few fans of the old Diglett in here. I unfortunately did not know, so I had to Google it. This is Diglett, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you've ever tried to compare yourself to a potato sprouting out of the ground. The ultimate insult being he actually has 3 more hairs than I do. I can tell you it's not great, not a great feeling. So obviously at the end of all of this, I wasn't feeling too peachy, you know, I didn't win any money, and I got a pretty sweet lynching, Twitter style. So I was looking for a bit of sympathy. I spoke to my mum. My mum still lives in Sri Lanka. She doesn't know very much about, you know, Western culture or quiz shows in general. And I asked her, Mum, what do you think? Do you think I did well on the show? And she said, I too was thinking, why this abnormal shaped head? Which in my mum's language is a very formal way of saying, son, you are fugly. But on the plus side, at least you were born by C-section. Melbourne, you've been great up in Diglett. Thanks for listening. Cheers.
Give it up for Rakhesh Martyn, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, that was amazing. It was a bit of a, I don't know, like an out-of-body experience.